we chose to analyze is Manchester United. Manchester United is a professional football club in Manchester, England, and is a part of the Premier League in Europe. With over 1 billion fans, the team is the most popular in the league, likely due to their great success and numerous league titles. Their company of about 920 employees we have classified into the professional sports and entertainment industry.
To examine Manchester United's external environment, we went with the pest analysis. Those are the political, economic, sociocultural, and technological factors. For political, we went with wage legislation, trade regulation, and taxes. For economic, we went with economic stability internationally, economic growth rate. Sociocultural, we went with culture of the society and the attitudes of those people, environmentally, health, etc. And then there's technological factors. Technological factors could include advancements to the game or advancements to stadiums. Also, we included the rate of technological diffusion, which is the rate of speed that the technology disperses among the culture. All these factors are very important because although Manchester United is based in England, they travel abroad and throughout their own country several times a year. For the competitive analysis, we decided to use Porter's 5 forces. Starting with the threat of entry, we said the threat is very low level. That's because they would need to have an unreal amount of money and financially supported to be able to create a new league and pay all the players. Also, it'd be very difficult to steal TV time from the other established leagues and other major sports. Next, to threat of substitution. That threat is high. That's because there's several leagues, as I mentioned previously, and those include La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, etc. And because if we decided to do something differently and stray from what we've been doing, they could switch to a different product with relative ease. Next, bargaining power of buyers. This is very high. They fund they buy our merchandise, they buy tickets, they watch us on TV, they pay for the packages, they pay for deals with the teams. If the buyers decided that we were doing something wrong, they could switch to another team, or they could just stop buying our merchandise in general, and we would become much less profitable. The bargaining power of suppliers, that's mid to high. Obviously, we're a massive club, so if we decided to raise our prices slightly, we would be able to. We offer services that most other people can't offer at the level that we can because we're such a major club. So that's the reason we say that it's mid to high. And for rivalry among existing competitors, we would say this is very high. All the teams play each other. There's different leagues that compete against each other. There's different tournaments as like the Champions League where teams from leagues all across the world are competing against each other, and we're all constantly competing for television time as well.
This is Ryan Osborne as we take a look at the value chain analysis. In the value chain analysis, the primary activities consist of inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and service. Manchester United is pretty successful in all 5 categories. In the inbound logistics, they're successful as they recruit many top talents to lead them to the most trophies in all of English football. In operations, they're successful because they have the most fans in the league with roughly 73 million fans, with the next highest being Chelsea with 30 million less. And they have 50% more operating income and about 254 million more than any other team. In outbound logistics, they're very successful in selling gear and tickets in the UK and to local fans, but at some times they are unsuccessful to getting the gear and tickets to overseas fans in the US. And in marketing and sales, ticket sales are very successful as they're one of 4 teams that sell out each and every home game. Second consecutive year as the highest worth team, about $4.12 billion, and they generate the most revenue in the league, around $737 million. Service is very successful, but it always can be improved. The suggestion box in the website, and of course service centers to help improve the service around the stadium. And in secondary activities, there's the infrastructure, human resource management, and tech development, all which go into primary activities and support them. Infrastructure, the official team store and online store are easily navigated and visually appealing, as well as the stadium is also visually appealing to help bring in fans from all around the world. Human resource management, the employees are satisfied and they get discounts and benefits throughout the year, including a flexible schedule and free food. And then there's tech development, and technology has helped to improve scouting, player improvement, and management decisions. The type of technology includes automation software, technology-supported customer service, and product design research, as well as data analytics used.
For Manchester United's business level strategy, we believe that they have a blend between a differentiation and focused business level strategy. We think this is true because they aim at the average soccer fan worldwide and differentiate themselves with past and current success in one of the top leagues in the world. We think that because of how they're differentiated, because they've won 20 league titles domestically as well as tournaments internationally, such as the Champions League, that allows them to have a bigger presence with fans worldwide. Manchester United's core service and product is a professional competitive soccer entertainment. We believe that looking at the league, the English Premier League that United belong to, makes it clear that they are in the maturity phase of the product lifestyle. We think this because they've already reached their rapid growth phase, and they're still making money, but they're not on the decline.
For Manchester United's profit ratio, we are comparing it with two of its biggest competitors in the Premier League, Chelsea FC and Liverpool FC. From 2014 to 2018, Manchester United's profit ratio has fluctuated, but has always stayed well above its competitors, meaning that they are doing better business and making a higher profit. Since 2014, Manchester United's current ratio has gone down, but has still continued to maintain a ratio well above Chelsea FC and Liverpool FC. These two competing companies have ratios that are below 1, showing that they have a negative net working capital, whereas Manchester United has a significantly higher current ratio, indicating that it has enough liquidity to pay debts. Manchester United's total debt ratio has stayed relatively consistent from 2014 to 2018. There was a slight decrease from 2016 to 2018, which was good for the company because it indicates that they are less dependent upon leverage. And in comparison to their competitors, Chelsea FC has always maintained the lowest debt ratio, whereas Liverpool was originally very high back in 2014, but by 2018 they became equal with Manchester United's.
Manchester United's resource-based view analysis allows it to evaluate its company to determine what competitive advantage it has over its competitors. For tangible resources, Manchester United has a very prominent stadium that constantly has one of the highest attendance rates in the Premier League. They also have world-class equipment that constantly makes their players develop faster in order for their team's success to get better and better each year. Both of these are strong assets to the team. The intangible resources of Manchester United include the logo of the team as well as the players on the team. These two assets are both very strong because the logo obviously is the hallmark of the franchise and helps the fans identify with the team. And the players help determine the team's success in order to not only attract new fans, but hopefully attract new players to make the team better. So both of those are very strong resources.
Manchester United has taken diversification very seriously for their business. While they are one of the most glorified professional sports organizations in the world, they didn't reach the top of the market by simply winning a lot of soccer matches. The organization analyzed how they could expand their brand name to their own fans while also attracting new ones globally. Manchester United took on the idea of being more like a business than just a soccer organization. Today, they offer in their product line things such as apparel, food, banking, hospitality, online betting, etc., all of which are very unique compared to other professional sports organizations. By going above and beyond the typical method of diversification, they were able to sell their brand to everyone all over the world. Even though they gained more pressure to win by attracting new fans, their diversification methods took a lot of pressure off of their revenue management. Instead of having to win all the time to buy the best players and win the most games, they simply relied on other parts of their organization to bring in revenue and ultimately be successful. The two core competencies of Manchester United are playing good soccer and managing their successful brand name. In order for them to be one of the most attractive soccer organizations in the world to all fans, consumers, and even players, they must be successful. In the late 90s, Manchester United was one of, if not the most successful professional sports organizations at the time. Due to this stretch of excellence today, they're still expected to be great like usual. This ultimately attracts the flashiest and most well-known players in the world. Their other core competency involves them managing their brand name. While they want to be successful on the field, the majority of the revenue comes from off the field. By expanding their brand to areas all over the world, they attract new fans, which then turn into consumers of their products like apparel, economic support, and even social media subscriptions.
Some of our recommendations include for the environmental analysis over 1 year, that the team will put a sale for overseas shoppers on their official team store. And hopefully the goal of this will be in 3 to 5 years to bring more overseas fans and make Manchester United more popular in U.S. cities during the off-season. For competitive environmental analysis, Manchester United will have to invest in the future and attain more young talent, since players nowadays have higher bargaining power than they did before. And in order to do this, they need to start to spend more time developing young soccer stars, or young soccer players. So not only does this help Manchester United get younger players, but it will also help them in 3 to 5 years, because they won't have to pay as big a contract to these younger players as they would to other stars that have been in the league for a while.